Meet Charlie. He's a Thai entrepreneur and spent 18 years in Singapore and 5 years in Australia before returning home to Thailand.
And why did you start a business in Thailand?
The question is, why not? The infrastructure is there, that's what I mentioned. It's just about how you're going to allocate your budget.
He's the co-founder of Resubae, the CEO of GASM Chocolates, and has built 4 startup businesses across consumer goods and tech. Today, he shares an honest look at what it's like to really start a business in Thailand, the mistakes to avoid, and the opportunities that most people completely miss.
And most importantly, that room of fresh air for opportunities waiting to happen.
And how did you start a business in Thailand?
As a Thai, very easy. Now, a lot of people don't know this. To shut a company in Thailand, that's the harder part.
I'm Sam Tyler. I've been living in Thailand for 7 years, and in this episode, we're going to take a deep dive into life in Thailand.
I've done content with billionaire friends, showing day in the life of a billionaire friend in Laos.
And what's the best way for a foreigner to find a good Thai business partner?
Well, I found mine on.
So you're Thai, but you lived abroad. Tell me about that.
I'm Thai. I've lived in Singapore for 18 years growing up there. Then I decided not to take on a residency because of the military, moved to Melbourne, Australia, and right after uni, moved back to Bangkok, Thailand, where I call myself at home.
And what's your background in?
My background in university was a double degree in arts and business. I failed dramatically in business because I hate numbers. I found that out later on. And prior to that, just a rebellious child going to both a governmental school, a private school, international school, seen the world and moved back here.
You spent how long in Singapore and Australia?
Singapore, I was there up till 18, right? Then I moved to Australia. I think I was there for almost 4 years or around 4 years. Then I moved back to Bangkok right after I graduated.
So what were some things you missed about Thailand when you were away?
I mean, Thailand is probably the most comfortable environment I've been in. From getting anything you want through your application on your phone at affordable rates, the food, the environment, and most importantly, that room of fresh air for opportunities waiting to happen.
And why did you start a business in Thailand?
The question is, why not? Because stemming from my last statement, Thailand's full of opportunities. It's a developing country. Tourism is top 5 annually. People are starting to learn how to speak English. The education is getting better, just a tiny bit depending on the market. So for me, I think in terms of labor, in terms of outlook, in terms of infrastructure, it's all there. That's why the question is, why not?
And how did you start a business in Thailand? Could you walk us through that?
As a Thai, very easy. You literally could do this online, I think, or get an accountant for a few thousand baht, your Thai ID card, a few documents, tiny documents, and literally your business is live, at least on paper. Now, a lot of people don't know this. To shut a company in Thailand, that's the harder part. People think, yeah, we can just set up a company, but when you try to shut a company down, that's the tough one.
And what's the differences between starting a business as a Thai person compared to a foreigner?
Naturally, as a local, when you want to start something, it's always in your favor. When you want to work as a foreigner, however, there are some regulations that come into play. I've worked with a French business partner on an investor platform startup for Asia startups back in the day. I've supported a Dutch taxi multimedia startup where they wanted to put television screens in taxis many years ago.
Okay.
I've worked with another Dutch person setting up Resubae and startup recruitment. For some reason, I've been working with European partners. Fun fact, one of them came from me just posting on LinkedIn, looking for a business partner, who wants in? So we had coffee, a few night outs, and then I was like, yeah, let's just do it, nothing to lose. To answer your question, this would mean showing an initial capital of 2 million baht and hiring 4 people on paper at least. It could be your mom, your dad, it could be a cleaner. Regulation on this part is not as tight yet. A lot of people don't know this, but I don't know if things have changed. Please don't take my word for it. Then the paperwork is the next thing for a foreigner that you need to make sure it's really well organized. You need more than your passport. You definitely need to show some kind of financial statements. But most of the time, if that Thai person like myself and my lawyers or accountant are really capable, there are ways around it.
So what's the difference you found in having a Thai business partner versus a foreign business partner?
A Thai business partner พูดภาษาไทยได้ เข้าใจคนไทย You want to do anything very easy นะ Paperwork, no problem, as long as he's not criminal. Now when you work with a foreigner, things change. One, according to labor law, a lot of limitations, such as maybe doing anything beyond the work permit, depends on how strict it is. Two, if I work with a partner who wants to do BOI, like set up a BOI, that's great, but that's I think 10 million baht. And you have to go through a particular, what do you call it, framework that fits that industry. So if you're in
So
software...
BOI being Board of Investment.
Board of
That
Investment.
would only fit businesses where they have substantial revenue already to show that they can bring in a good amount of value to Thailand.
Yes and no. From what I remember talking to my lawyers, you can set up a BOI company. It could be a software company. However, you need to have a capital injection of 10 million baht,
Right.
which is around 400,000 Australian dollars or Singapore dollars. So that's people with more money. But for a foreign business partner, some of the challenges are they may not understand the Thai local customs or way of work. They might put their own values onto the expectations of someone in the team. Like, how come this is not on time? How come you're late? But in Thailand, it's like, yeah, it's okay to be late. It's okay to be a bit slower. It's okay to spend 2 hours at lunch.
So more of a sabai mindset.
Yes and no. It really depends on who you hire, right? But simple example, a client that is an SME delays payment for a week. My partner, or heck, even some foreigners that I know of, would go after that company, be very confrontational about it, and he even threatened to draw the line on maybe not wanting to do business further. But as a Thai person, this is customary to be like, it's okay, can we help you improve the process? Heck, for a Thai person, if you're well connected, you want to go around the loop and go to someone higher up,
Yeah.
find a way in and be like, you owe me money, please pay up. Still in a very nice manner. So this is just one example I've seen so far from, the Western mindset working with Westerners, that things have to be done by the book and you follow it. It helps me as a Thai person to have a foreign partner because I can use the foreign person to go be confrontational about some stuff where I stand in the back. So that was the best benefit I had. I was like, I'm not going to confront that person, please do. Then I run the behind the scenes to make sure things happen quicker. That's a good teamwork. Yeah. Want to work with me, Sam?
Sure. So Charlie, how many businesses have you started in Thailand?
In Thailand, I think to date, I'm on my 5th one. You want to be my 6th one? Happy
Yeah.
to work with you.
For sure.
So yeah, I've done quite a few. My background has been in tech startups and more recently chocolates called GASM.
Gonna talk us behind the name GASM?
Can I give you a little taste to what GASM?
Yeah.
I'm kidding, not the orgasm, baby. I'm sure you can rely on your hands for that.
I guess it's linked to the name orgasm.
Yes, so I want to put a positive connotation into it. It's not sex chocolate. The story behind this is...
What is sex chocolate?
Sex chocolate is when you put stuff inside to, stimulate one another and get the night more steamy.
Cut.
GASM, simply put, I wanted to venture into something that's scalable.
Yeah.
Something that can be sold to people that brings more than just a product. I'm in my life now where I want something more fulfilling, something scalable. Mm-hmm. So I was like, why not chocolates? Because
And then I guess you could eventually exit that business in the future.
yes, hopefully, maybe in 5 to 10 years. I have a number set in my head.
Yeah.
50 million USD.
There we go. I like it. Ambitious.
Yeah.
So apart from GASM, what did you previously do when you started up a business?
Previously, I had a career consulting company. It's still there, Resubae. But ChatGPT has, kicked off a lot of opportunities on that front because people think everything can be done by AI. A recruitment company, I've exited Startup of the Year for Startup Read, helping startups recruit, or even companies that want startup mindset to recruit.
And what do you think about AI in terms of business nowadays?
A lot of people still don't know how to use AI the right way. A lot of people could also be too reliant on AI.
Yeah.
So for me, it's about the fine line. In Thailand, it's still, the human touch is still needed in a lot of businesses here in Thailand. So not everything can be AI.
So you think there's a balance needed in which you can use it, but not too much to the point where it's overbearing?
That's right, yeah. I used AI to match you today, darling. So I think from now we need a bit of the human touch. It could help you, but at the end of the day, the execution is not fully AI.
Yeah.
And even if you talk about execution in Thailand, a lot of people still don't know how to actually utilize software tools and all that to do it.
Yeah. You've started, for example, GASM Chocolates.
Yep. Okay.
How do you approach that business model and scale that to the best possible, outcome that you can give?
Okay. So just to share a generic mindset for a lot of Thais, they're really good at starting businesses. But a lot of the times from what I see in the startup landscape or even the SME landscape, Thais don't think beyond Thailand, right? So the mindset of expanding overseas seems quite daunting to a lot of people. Unlike myself, I've lived overseas, I have friends from many countries. That gives me a bigger mindset that, hey, a lot of Thai products or Thai brands are extremely of quality. Why is no one pushing this outside? If the UK has Cadbury, for example, using chocolate as a context, if Switzerland has Laderac, where all these cocoa beans come from the tropical region, why can't Thailand have our own brand? So for me to scale a consumer brand, first it's about the mindset, where yes, this will be a good time to have a foreign business partner who understands how to expand into new markets. But at the same time, for a Thai person to scale something here, social media is huge. TikTok lives, our modern trade channels, our Shopee, Lazada, everywhere can be a touch point as a distribution channel for sales. So to answer scalable, it depends on each person's strategy, but it's there. The infrastructure is there. That's what I mentioned. It's just about how you're going to allocate your budget or your strategy to what works best for your product. That's it.
And what do you think is the most underrated business opportunity in Thailand right now?
Let me not answer this question directly. Maybe I'll just share again on what I understand about the landscape. First off, food, commodities in Thailand, plenty. We've got a lot of people exporting dried fruits, freeze-dried fruits globally, making them millions. The wellness industry here is about to blow up. It's always been about wellness. I think, Thai massage, very good, very good. Or like hotel here, very good. But now I think because wellness is the new luxury, so that's a huge gap that a lot of people still can play, but don't make it the same like other people. What else is there? People here, they tend to be a bit more hardworking, but you need to be able to manage the expectations, the psychological needs. It's not as sabai as people think. There are a lot of Thai people who actually want to work hard, who actually want to prove themselves. But the boss is the problem. If you bring your Western mindset in and expect them to deliver according to deadlines in the first 6 months of working with them, not everyone can do that. It's how you work closely with them, take some time to handhold them. It's a lot of little details. But once your staff is committed to you, the rest is easy. So as a whole, to answer this question, a lot of opportunities. The people here reflective of their salary. If you get someone that's really affordable and you expect that person to perform or deliver, darling, it's not as easy as you think. But if you pay them more, you motivate them the right way, you show them what's the end goal, you give them a piece of the pie, they're going to be in it with you. And I speak from a background that I've done a recruitment agency, hiring for growth companies, hiring for startups, and even big companies where they're looking for startup mindset individuals.
And on the topic of startups, would you say Bangkok is a great place for people wanting to do a startup?
You want me to be honest?
Of course.
No. So a lot of maybe foreigners don't see this. The Thai startup landscape has been predominantly a political game between large companies with corporate venture capital, so CVC, wanting to invest in a certain startup in order to benefit just themselves. A true startup landscape, like in the US or anywhere else, it's about, how the ecosystem can support one another. Most of the time, startups here just die. So that's on a landscape, on a macro level. If you're dealing with Thai corporate venture capitals, or maybe the Thailand market is like, you have a startup that wants to work at the bank, good luck getting in, mate. Trust me, the layers for you to penetrate, it's tough. So great, you have the dream, come to Thailand, start your startup. But the reality of you maybe wanting to do a B2B startup in fintech, trying to sell to banks or telecoms, please at least have 2 years of runway, because it's a mess, right? So if you have a Thai partner, of course, that makes things much easier. But at the same time, a lot of it comes down to connections and relationships. I think it's quite similar in many Asian countries. Most of the time you need this for either governmental access or maybe even doing B2B. Right? For B2C, much easier. So if a B2C startup, that's something I could recommend, that maybe you can sell a product, supplements, whatever. You could bring in something from the US, Russia, whatever you want to do, and just market it right. But one thing is, please do know that spending on your brand, spending on your marketing would then bring results. Don't be stingy.
So Charlie, what's something foreigners often misunderstand about doing business here in Thailand?
2 things that come to the top of my mind: people and speed, right? Don't expect things to be done quickly here. From your paperwork, from response time, to any other areas that you think is normal from where you're from. to people. Even though sometimes you pay them more, it doesn't mean that they're capable. It doesn't mean that they're going to be fast. But maybe sometimes you have to close one eye and you win one. So quality talents, not that often you are able to find one who's going to be with you for a long time. So these things you have to not have any expectations on for the word loyalty, right? So if you hire someone, maybe just treat them nice enough, but don't be saddened by the fact that they're going to leave in 6 months, right? Especially for a salesperson, they're driven by money. And from my experience, even for part-timers, restaurants, even managers, anywhere that offers maybe a tiny bit more money, they're gonna go. Unless you're really nice to them from the start, like really nice, and they feel like they have to stay with you. But most of the time it's out of guilt. Then yeah, that's just sharing the landscape with you to not have too much expectations on the people.
And what's the best way for a foreigner to find a good Thai business partner?
Well, I found mine on LinkedIn. I was connected to some of these foreign business partners at events. Because I used to be out there. I used to have my own startup, so I'll be out there networking with a lot of people, meeting a lot of people, just casually being myself, having fun. Then opportunities would come when people start introducing new people to you. You have a chat, you see the other person fills in your gap, then yeah, why not try it out? I took the risk. Just FYI, it's not easy because I have to be the one doing the paperwork. I'm the one who speaks and read Thai, so all the coordinating falls on me. So my recommendation is, unless you're bringing a very clear piece of the puzzle into the equation to work with a Thai person, it's not that easy.
And apart from being a CEO, you also do content, right? Could you tell me a little bit about that?
So I have a funny channel called Charlie Browley. I've been doing that because it used to be my channel where I vomit my creative side on top of business things. I also love putting on different accents, just for fun.
Can you give us a little bit of a show for us? Rendition?
Did you want the Queen's English?
I want all of it.
You want all of it right now? Pretty demanding, are you? English was so can because I stayed there so many years. Thailand very easy. You come to China, you can also tell me I'm from Beijing because the accent is very clear. Vietnamese, you go to Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh. When I order the pho, people think I'm Vietnamese, so my face also. What else? I have so many.
Australian?
Oh yeah, that's the easiest one because Melbourne was home to me for like 4 years. So yeah, that's my community.
So you've got a talent.
I won't call it a talent. I just just have fun with it.
Yeah.
That's one of the channel. The other one is Charlie on Business. I interview CEOs. I talk about business. I talk about investments. That one's all in Thai. And that's the money maker for me on the content side because I have a community of only 200,000 people. But from data and previous clients, I've managed to create and generate conversions to buying luxury houses, to them signing up for private bank applications. That's like $6 million. So many other things. Right. International school signups, 11 people sign up to an international school after I did.
So your followers have high spending power, essentially.
Yes, middle class up, and they're 27 and above.
So for that channel, you just interview CEOs?
No, interview CEOs, I give my opinion. I literally hold the camera and talk about anything, mindset, right? And people know me by one tagline, the inner 1% circle. Right? Because I've done content with billionaire friends, like literally showing a day in the life of a billionaire friend in Laos. I have another friend on the list. He is number 37th richest family in the world in Taiwan. So he's like, yeah, come over anytime. I can take you on a tour. They own literally a lot of things in China and Taiwan. Yeah, things like that. And these are friends from university and high school. And I'm just like, I'm making content now. Come do personal branding with me. And I've been like this since forever. So yeah. Same old Charlie.
And what's one thing you wish you knew earlier when starting a business here in Thailand?
As a Thai person, for me, if I'd known earlier that setting up a company requires an accountant to be involved in your month-to-month, other stakeholders to be involved, I would not set up a company until there's a need, until I've got like a few clients. Because in Thailand, please don't record me and put it in revenue department, but you can do business without actually registering, right, for a period of time. That's why there are street vendors. That's why there are people opening up agencies or even services, freelancing, just as an individual. They get money transferred to them. Now, this is for a Thai person, right? For a foreigner, what you should know maybe is don't expect the visa process to go your way. Don't expect it to be smooth. I remember the process for two of my partners, one French, one Dutch. They had to go in and out. It used to be called visa runs. I don't know if they still have to do that anymore or it's less today. But sometimes just a small hiccup in paperwork means they have to leave the country, stay there for a week, and then come back again. So that was stupid for me. I was like, oh, and very important, which I was really annoyed by. Every 90 days, you have to go to immigration.
Yeah,
it's like,
90-day report.
Wow. Yeah, so I found a way out for that using money or a very powerful law firm. So with that, I was able to bypass it for my recent partner.
Right, okay.
It's more expensive, but it's worth it. You don't have to keep going in. Yeah.
Cool, it's good advice. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on the channel today, Charlie.
Oh, good, Sam. So what are we doing after this? Want some GASM?
Charlie's too funny. Thank you very much. I'll put your socials down below so people can go follow you, check out your channels. Because
Sure, just the English one maybe.
yeah, Charlie gives really good advice, especially when it comes to business.
That's in Thai though. But
Well,
the funny channel,
yeah, you can follow his funny channel. All right, see you guys in the next one. Hit that subscribe button. See you later.